What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Timothy Hannick. Before I continue this book, I gotta let you guys know that I wasn't able to make it to my chemo treatment, and I won't be able to get my final treatment until the 26th of this month. I am pretty upset about it because I just want this stuff to be done and over with. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have to go through their chemo treatments much longer than I do, but a good percentage of them are probably living with their husband or someone that can help them out, someone that can help take care of them. Unfortunately for me, I don't have anyone that can help take care of me. My fiance is gone, and it's been hell. So I am really upset about that. I just wanted to keep you guys updated with all that. So I'm gonna try to get through this today. Try to make it to where it's only 5 parts, but it's probably gonna be more than that. So anyway, based off of the third video, the third part to this book, I'm gonna go off of that. Alright, so I was talking about the police couldn't find enough proof for my dad, so he turned himself in and whatnot. So let's go on. When the three of us kids, me, Angel, and my brother Zach, lived with Mom and her boyfriend, we would go out to the woods or to some field, pick blackberries. My mom's boyfriend taught me how to ride on a horse and rope barrels for practice, which was pretty fun. That was the only time I was nice to that man. There was this one time that I peed in a pop can because I was too lazy to go to the bathroom, and my sister just so happened to pick up the can that picked the can up during that morning and drank out of it, thinking that there was pop left in it. Yeah, I know it's gross, but it's also kind of funny in my point of view. There's been other times that she actually ended up having pee in her mouth. I tricked my sister into eating pee. Yeah, you're probably wondering, how do you eat pee? Well, I stuck it into a popsicle, folded it over, put it in the freezer, had the pee freeze, and then I told my sister it was mystery flavor. It worked. I know I'm bad, but that was me back then. Alright, so Jeremiah would force me to eat pierogies. I like pierogies, but only when they're baked. And back then I could not stand that food, so he would make me sit at the table until I either ate them or my mom would have to step in and tell me to go to my room. Eventually my mom found out that he was cheating on her with some chick that had 2 kids of her own. He broke up with my mom and threw us out. I don't remember where we went after that, but eventually my mom ran into her boyfriend Roger. At first Roger was cool, but that all changed after my mom got pregnant with his son Logan. Going back to the age of 9 or 10, I was playing outside after a rainy day and stepped on... Oh, that was supposed to be slipped. I slipped. My foot slid on wet grass and fell to my knees. Eventually, fortunately for me, I had some kind of thick and big piece of glass that went to the bottom part of my knee. I still have a scar to prove it. Years before that, when I was barely walking, I used to play with knives. From what my mom said, one time my mom got tired of dealing with me playing with knives that she let me do whatever. So somehow I managed to stick the knife through my upper part of my knee, so I have 2 scars from the same knee. Literally, I got 2 scars. If you guys want proof, I can give you proof, but you may not be able to see the one at the bottom because over the years it kind of faded, but it's a thin white scar. Now the one on my upper knee with the knife going through my knee, that one you can see. I can show you that if you want. Now I had Christian or somebody tell say that they wanted to see the 2 bones in my back. So right before I'm done with this video, I'll show you guys and I'll give you a heads up. So if you don't want to see it, click off the video. But for those who actually want to see my disformed back and how the bones stick out, then stay. Anyway, back in 3rd grade when I used to hang out with Nathan, he told me that he wanted to become a doctor, so he asked me if he could practice chest compressions on me. I told him sure, not knowing what the hell I was doing. He told me to lay on my back, so I did. I'm sorry. Then he pressed down really hard to the point that it broke my rib cage. Yeah, literally, getting chest compressions will do that and can. And it did. I got a bone right here that I might just show you after showing my back. I'll show you guys the bone that formed. Okay, my camera's a little too close than it normally is, but anyway, there's a bone right in my chest that pops out a little ways after. To explain what happens later on, basically. Yeah, when he did the chest compressions, it broke my rib cage. I didn't go to the hospital, just let it sit there. It healed on its own, but my rib cage now is deformed, and it made this little bone poke out. So there's that. Alright, so continuing my story with Roger, from the ages of 13 to 15, around this time frame, we moved to Niles, where I got bullied, threatened, beaten up, got 2 girlfriends, not at the same time, and got robbed. The guy that bullied me was also the guy that threatened me, beat me up, and stole my bike because I refused to fight back. The first girl that I dated in Niles was named Sabrina. She asked me to homecoming when crap, now I screwed up. Oh, no, I just read it wrong. Asked me to homecoming, which was my very first dance, and it turned out terrible because when I got there, she was talking to some other people and walked up to me just to break up with me. Yeah, how about that for a first homecoming dance, everyone? That was my very first homecoming dance. I didn't want to go to the dance, but because of my girlfriend, I decided to do that. And then, like I said, there was a bunch. She was hanging out with some girls and some other dudes. Decided to look over at me. Walked up to me. She's like, "I need to talk to you," and say, "I don't think we're right for each other." Broke up with me right there and went and hang out with a bunch of other guys. I didn't dance I didn't dance or anything that whole night. One day, I wanted to hang out with a friend that lived around the block, so I walked over to his house, but before I could even get there, I had this guy, the same guy that bullied me, come up to me with the bike he stole from me, and he said this: you're lucky that the police is onto me. If it wasn't for them, I would kill you where you stand." He legitimately said that to me. And back then, I didn't know self-defense like I do now. That was scary. Having someone threaten you in that way. So, the second girlfriend I had in Niles was named Heather. We only dated for like a month. Everyone told me that she was too weird, so I ended up breaking up with her because of that. Oh, because of what everyone was telling me. Yeah, everyone was just telling me that, why are you dating Heather? She's weird, she's goofy. She laughed over just about anything that you said. A lot of things that you would do would make her laugh too. So, I mean, she was a goofball, very hyper, but very sweet as well. So I honestly do regret breaking up with, well, I can't say, I don't regret it, but I wish I never did it. Like, broke up with her, because that was kind of that was a big jerk move on my part. So, my mom's boyfriend, Roger, is a dick. Plain and simple. But back in this time frame, he was worse. He had really bad anger issues. So bad that he would get angry over the smallest things, like someone crying because they got told to do a chore that they don't want to do. Roger would go up to us and hit us kids upside the head like that really hard for no reason, and he would grab us kids by the shirt and throw us against the room, or the wall there for, basically. There were times that he would even hurt my mom, so she did become frightened of him at one point. I won't ever forget the day my sister and I were wrestling and I threw her on to her bed. She rolled and hit the window hard. Roger heard the loud bangs and came storming upstairs. He picked me up by my shirt and put me up to the wall and said if I ever do that again, he would beat me up real bad. I'm going to stop right there where Roger threatened to beat me up if I ever tossed my sister towards the window again. And I'm going to show you guys the bones that stick out of my back, and the bone that's in here. So if you don't want to see it, now's your time, your chance to get out of the video. Alright, other than that, please like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment, any questions you may have, or whatever that's on your mind about the story, just let me know in the comments below. So here we go. I gotta take off my shirt for this. See that? That's the bones that I can push out of my back. And you got this here. See that little dot there? That's the little bone that formed in my chest. Alright. I can actually see some of my abs I used to have. It's kind of strange, after all this time, my abs never went away. It's so weird. Well, I mean, they're weaker, but they're still there. And I haven't worked out. Alright, so, like I said, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys. Well, you will see me, therefore, I should say. You guys will see me in the next video. So, peace.